ready to make the ring walk for the biggest fight that boxing can.
Keep your hands and keep your shit talking. It's the one and only ghost with a shadow in the front. Hope everybody's having a blessed day. A blessed day out there. Oh, man, I'm a little bit excited, man. I'm a little bit excited because, I mean, I know it's just a little bit. But I saw the Keyshawn Davis press conference. And, bro, I'm going to tell you like this, man. I'm glad to see stuff like what I just saw. So, hey, yo, Tycho, I don't know if you're still here or not because I don't know when you put that comment there. You going for De Los Santos? Because I think you told me that De Los Santos, that you think he's gonna beat Keyshawn. But yo, bro, did you see the press conference? Yo, man, that got me excited. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna tell you why. Hold on, let me fix something. So, if you've noticed, right? And this is why, let me start off by saying, I'm never the type of person that be like, oh, I like this promotion, that promotion. But this is why I like Top Rank. I like Top Rank, bro. Because Top Rank, they have a lot of young fighters, right? But to me, I don't feel like they protect their young fighters. I mean, every young fighters are protected. Huh? Let me see. Oh, yeah, yo, he's already making excuses, bro. Did you see he's making excuses? I think he's making excuses. He was sitting down. He showed the hospital picture. He showed the yo, I like them, bro. I really do, bro. I like Top Rank, bro. I've always, you know how people say they're like some people say they're the zone, or I mean, I ain't like that, bro. I like them all. I love boxing, period. You know what I mean? Yo, my bad if I be yelling into the mic, bro. It's a new mic, so if it's too loud, let me know. I noticed that on my past couple of streams. It seems like I'm yelling and shit. But I've always liked Top Rank, bro. I've always liked Top Rank. And because I feel like they move their fighters differently. And I also feel like they're not afraid to, as a promotion, as a whole, they're not afraid to put their young fighters in a test where they could lose. Whereas other promotions, I feel like and it's always a promoter thing or whatever, but let me get straight into it because this live, seriously, I know I always say I can't be long, but I really can't be long today, but I got excited and I was like, bro, I got to go live for this shit, bro. I got to go live for this shit because one of the young fighters that I've always loved watching, right? Well, first off, let me speak on Top Rank for a second, right? Top Rank, I feel like Top Rank, I like the way that they move their prospects, right? Except for the exception of like Berlanga and shit like that, like how they did with Berlanga, like they did like the 15 round for first knockouts in E4. Now I'm not gonna say like these guys fight, they're moved properly. Not every fight is a challenging fight, but I like the fact that Top Rank is not afraid to. I don't feel like they be protecting their young fighters. You know what I mean? And every time they put on a card, they put on those young fighters that are coming up underneath them. They did it with Teofimo Lopez. They did it with like Loma, but you started seeing it like around Tio. You know what I mean? Because when Tio would fight, you would have Keyshawn in the undercard. You would have all these other guys in the undercard, right? But anyway, let me get to what happened, right? If you haven't seen the press conference with Keyshawn Davis, bro, if you're talking about, bro, I could already tell you want Keyshawn to lose. I could already tell Tycho, I know you, brother. I know. I'm just saying it is a fact. It's a fact, but why would you do that? Everyone knows. That's all I'm saying. I mean, come on, bro. You're sitting up there showing people a hospital picture, right? Telling everybody, oh, I had a blood clot in my leg. We already know that. I'm just asking you, what does that sound like to you? If we're about to fight, and we're up in front of the whole world, well, whoever's watching, right? And it's me versus you, Tycho, all right? And I'm up there, and my manager go, okay, You know what the hell I'm talking about, Tycho. The boxing world, all right? The boxing world. Because, yeah, you are right, because not nobody knows what the hell we talking about. But the boxing world knows, you know what I mean? But if we're about to fight and my manager or my promoter or whoever is up there like, yo, look, Shadow got a picture of him in the hospital. Why am I doing that? Like, just tell people, look, man, I'm coming off an injury. It is what it is. When you start showing hospital pictures, it sounds like to me, you're setting up. If I lose, this is why. That's what it sounds like to me. Oh, yeah. Of course, he's supposed to say that. But anyway, bro, did you see the exchange between Abdullah Mason and Keyshawn Davis? Bruh, I was waiting for this shit to happen for the longest, because one of the things I've noticed with, like, it was Keyshawn, well, at one point, Keyshawn Davis, Shakur Stevenson, and Richardson Hitchens, they had like this, like, we all buddies and shit. We're not going to fight each other at one point. And you remember last year, Tycho, we were talking about this last year, and they got me mad because I'm like, bro, there's no friends in boxing. There's no friends, right? But slowly and slowly, you're starting to see people realize there is no friends in boxing. This is all a business. And now you see Richardson Hitchens, right? He broke off from that. He broke off from that. He's still on Shakur. You know, he still meat riding Shakur a little bit, but him and Keyshawn made it known they don't like each other, right? And at one point last year, Keyshawn Davis and Shakur Stevenson, along with Richardson Hitchens, tried to get Abdullah Mason in this pact. I talked about it. I did a live. I showed everything, bro. We broke it down. I was mad because I was like, bro, you know, people said Teal was an asshole the way he turned on Rolly, right? But if you look at it, Teal turned on Rolly because they were in the same division, and Teal was like, fuck it, bro. Like, you're going to be an op one day. I mean, he probably ain't do it the correct way. You know, Teal's an asshole. But in reality, that's the truth. We are in a business, bro. If me and you are best friends, or me and you are friends and shit, that's okay. But if we're friends and we're in the same division, at one point we're going to fight, bro. You know what I mean? So that's what I didn't like last year, because these guys were trying to make a pact with Shakur Stevenson, Keyshawn Davis, Richardson Hitchens, and then they even tried to get Abdullah Mason involved. They were like, yeah, that's my little brother. Everybody your brother? What you mean everybody your brother? No, bro. You guys are going to fight. You guys, some of you guys are in the same division. Some of you guys are ranked right next to each other. So when I saw what happened today, I was like, good. I'm glad, bro. So I'm going to show you Richardson Hitchens. I mean, Keyshawn Davis, Abdullah Mason has been planting these little seeds over the past couple of weeks. He's been planting these seeds, going on interviews, saying things like, yeah, I'm ranked number 2. I'm moving my way up. You know, just planting little seeds out there, right? Keyshawn Davis isn't stupid. He sees this. He sees this kid is on other interviews talking about, yeah, I'm going to take, bro, that's what you're supposed to do. You a fighter. You supposed to be like, I'm next, right? So I had a feeling when I'm watching this press conference, I'm like, hold on a second, bro. There's no way Keyshawn Davis doesn't know that Abdullah Mason has been going on these interviews talking about, yeah, I'm down. Like, I fight him next too. So they're sitting right next to each other. And then they asked Abdullah, I'm going to show you the clip right here. They asked Abdullah Mason, because he's fighting Nakatilia, whatever the hell the dude named. The dude that fought Shakur Stevenson, he's got like 20, he's got like 20 something knockouts, that kid. Like every fight he's won except for the one that he fought Shakur, he's got a knockout. So he's got a high knockout ratio. But anyway, Abdullah Mason is sitting there. He's like, hey, look, man, respect to this guy. You know, he's got a high knockout ratio, but, you know, I'm coming to do what I got to do. And Keyshawn is sitting right there with the belt. And I'm looking at them, and I'm like, Keyshawn's been looking at him weird the whole time. I'm like, because I know he's seeing these interviews of Abdullah Mason saying, yeah, man, I'm coming to fight everybody like he's supposed to do, right? So then the lady, she fuck around and instigated it. The lady was like, so what about the dude next to you, like Keyshawn, right? Well, let me show it to you. And Keyshawn got mad. Well, not mad, but Keyshawn was like, yo, so what's up then? Keyshawn was like, so what's up then? And Abdullah Mason's like, yeah, nah, I'll fight you. And then Keyshawn's like, no, next. When I knock him out, let's fight next. And then he points to Abdullah Mason's father, and he says, "You getting you getting your boy some shit here? Let me show it to you, bro." I was laughing, bro, but I'm like, yo, that's good. That's what I want to see. Ain't no friends in this shit, and I'm telling you right now, if Shakur ever act weird, if he start coming out his mouth, bro, I know for a fact Keyshawn will fight him, bro. I know for a fact Keyshawn. You know what Keyshawn remind me of? He's a narcissist, bro. He's a narcissist. Him and Tio is alike in certain ways. They're just different, but they're narcissists, bro. They gotta have the stage. It's gotta be about them. And to be honest with you, that's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing. Because most people that are actually successful in life, a lot of people are narcissists, to be honest with you. And you gotta be. And now I'm not saying you have to be in boxing, but it's a trait. You know what I mean? And I can see it in a lot of these fighters. Not everybody is humble like Manny Pacquiao, bro. Not everybody's humble. Most of these motherfuckers is about like, yo, it's about me. Everything's about me. Nobody's better than me. And you're supposed to have that mindset anyway. But anyway, I like it. I like what I saw today because that seed has already been planted. And I don't think Abdullah Mason is scared at all, bro. And Abdullah Mason is a threat. He's still young, but I like to see this in a young fighter. He's not wasting no time. He's not going to wait until he's older. He's popping his shit now. He's popping his collar now. And he's like, bro, it is what it is. I'm ranked number 2. So he's telling everybody like, yo, I'm ranked number 2. Like, I'm not going to sit here and act like this motherfucker don't exist because I'm going to end up fighting him one day. So I might as well just say something to him now. And let me show you how it, what is it about Keyshawn you don't like, Tycho? What is it about him that you don't like? Because when you're talking resume, he's still coming up. I mean, he's a new champion. He's got a good. I mean, bro, he was in the Olympics, right? I mean, he lost to Andy Cruz, who was like the gold medalist for like the last couple of Olympics, bro. Whose resume? Keyshawn? He's still coming up, bro. You act like Keyshawn is like Tank or something like that. He just became a champion. He's fighting who he's supposed to fight. I tell you what, come back to me Saturday night when he knocks De Los Santos out. Since you think so highly of De Los Santos. I don't know why you think so highly of De Los Santos. Especially if he just had a blood clot. Come on, bro. De Los Santos is over here planting excuses, bro. He's planting excuses. He's over here. Show my hospital pictures. Tell him I was in the hospital. Tell him. Show the picture. Who gives a fuck, man? Then don't fight. If you're going to fight and make an excuse, bro, I don't like that shit. I'm going to tell you that right now. I don't like that. I didn't like it when Tio did it. Tio should have never fought. I mean, what's weak? Yeah, showing hospital pictures is weak. You're right. Hold on 1 second. Let me show you this footage real quick. Let me show you this real quick. Nah, it's all good, Tycho. It's all good. I like Keyshawn though. You know, hey, as far as resume goes, look, man, I hate to say this, Tycho, but the truth is a lot of these fighters today, if you wanna talk about being, if you're talking about overhyping people in today's standards, Tycho, a lot of these fighters is overhyped, man. A lot. Let's be honest, bro. Let's be honest. Boot shit is overhyped. Keyshawn, if you want to say it's overhyped, fine. Devin Haney shit is overhyped. Shakur, I wouldn't say Shakur shit is overhyped, but I wouldn't say Shakur shit is overhyped, but I still like him fighting Cepeda. That's a dangerous fight. That's a dangerous fight. You know what I mean? I mean, what do you want Keyshawn to do though? Yeah, but Tycho, you're comparing somebody that's like later on in his career to somebody that's still building. What do you mean comparing Tank's resume? Bro, Tank should have been undisputed by now, Tycho. You know that. You know that. You know that, Tycho. Stop acting like Tank got this outstanding resume or some shit. Tank should have been unified. How come he ain't been unified? He's got like 3-4 fights left in his career. He's got like 3-4 fights left in his career. He's never been unified, bro. The biggest belt he's ever had was like a WBA baby belt. Keyshawn is not. He's still like he's gonna be fighting for years. Tank on his way out. Tank literally on his way out. Keep that same energy. Keep that same energy, bro. Keep that same energy. He's gonna knock De Los Santos out, bro. He's gonna. I'm telling you, when I come back here, I'm not taking this live down. But just I'm gonna tell you right now what you're gonna do, Tycho. When he gets knocked out and I go live, how much you want to bet you're gonna still be like, oh, you're gonna do everything but give Keyshawn his props. You're gonna say whatever. You're gonna blame it on what? Are you gonna blame it on the hospital picks? Are you gonna blame it on his blood clot? Because that's what he's doing right now. That's what I see. Anytime I see a fighter that's about to fight talking about, oh, let me show you my hospital picks, is making an excuse, in my opinion, because it's like, why would you even do that? How about this? How about this, Psycho? Let's keep it a buck, yo. Let's keep it a buck. When T.O. fought Kambosos, how many people knew he had that problem? How many people knew, Tycho? Seriously, how many people knew what was going on with T.O.? Was he in the press conference telling everybody? Now, even though they said he had symptoms that day, the day before he said he had symptoms, why didn't he go on X and say, look, y'all, I'm having trouble, with my asthma? He didn't say nothing, right? He didn't say nothing. This man is in a press conference showing people his hospital pictures. I mean, why would you? I wouldn't even do that. It's like it's almost like if I lose, this is why. And then when people do that, you have to ask yourself, how focused are you? You should be like laser focused. Like I'm a beat this dude. It is what it is. Showing people that you got a blood clot. Look, I don't know about you. You said it yourself. Only hardcores were watching this, right? So if we're hardcores, then we already know he's got a blood clot. Why is he telling people? Here he goes. Look. So is he gonna knock him out or not, Tycho? So here you are. He's fighting an injured fighter. But you just said he's gonna knock him out. So is he injured or is he not injured? Which one is it, bro? Which one is it? Is he in tip-top shape? Is he gonna beat him or is he not? Come on, bro. You teetering back and forth with this whole like he cherry picking, but De Los Santos gonna spark him. He cherry pick, but he injured though. Come on, bro. Stop that shit, bro. Stop that shit. Are you right or not? What? Who else was he gonna fight? Tycho, who else is he gonna fight? We're talking 135, Tycho. Tank is fighting a rematch with Lamont Roach. Shakur Stevenson is fighting Cepeda. You know he's not gonna fight Shakur, right? So who was he supposed to fight again? You do know that Kid Austin was offered, right? So I mean, who was he supposed to fight? I mean, you making it seem like there was a shitload of people that Keyshawn could have fought. No. Answer that question because you think I don't know my shit. Like I'm stupid. Like I'm stupid, bro. We're talking 135. Tank is fighting his rematch. Shakur is fighting Cepeda. And they offered Kid Austin a fight. Who is he supposed to fight, Tycho? Exactly. Oh yeah, well let's who? Tell me. You just saying, you know how many people is available? Tell me. Who's he supposed to fight? Yeah, instead of that, tell me who. You saying a whole bunch of that. You're not naming nobody. I just told you who wasn't available and why. Tank is fighting August 16th. Tank is fighting Lamont Roach. Cepeda's gonna be fighting Shakur. You know Keyshawn ain't gonna fight Shakur anyway. Mutataya was waiting for a Loma fight. Loma just retired, so now we got elevated. Have you been paying attention, brother? Mutataya was on a list to fight Loma. What are you talking about? They just announced Loma retired, so now he got elevated. That's who he was waiting for. They were in talks. I think you just you just making up shit. You just making up shit. Oh my God, bro. Who? Tycho, brother. Okay, I get it. You think he's a cherry picker. You don't like him, whatever it may be. But I'm telling you who wasn't available. And I'm telling you why. Because you said 135, like all these guys are in line ready to fight this guy. And I just gave you a handful of top fighters. Because if he fights anyone lower than De Los Santos, this is what I'm going to get. This is what we're going to hear, right? We're going to hear he's cherry picking. He's doing all this, right? If he fights anybody lower than De Los Santos, we're going to get exactly what you're doing right now. And I'm trying to tell you, the other dudes that are in the top of the division, Kid Austin, all right? They said Kid Austin rejected it. Abdullah Mason, which is why I'm excited. Abdullah Mason told him, what's up? I like that. No, actually, he didn't call him out. HLD. Abdullah did. That's how it started. I'm gonna show you it right now. Abdullah Mason was going around on interviews. He did one with Coach Malachi. He did one with somebody else or whatever. And people were kind of stoking the flame or whatever you want to call it. And he did I like what the kid's doing. He's like, yo, I'm ranked number 2. I'm not afraid of nobody, this and that, right? Keyshawn obviously can see that. He's not stupid. So when he was up there on stage and he was talking to Nakatilia or whoever it was, he told him, he's giving him his props or whatever. And then the lady kind of instigated it in a way. I mean, she just said, what about him? Keyshawn. And he said, yeah, what's up? So, I mean, it ain't like Keyshawn never even mentioned his kid's name, really. He's the one going at Keyshawn, which is good. I don't know why we complaining about this shit. Y'all weird to me, bro. Y'all weird. Some of y'all weird. Yo, I'm going to tell you like this. Some of y'all boxing fans, y'all weird. Y'all should like this shit. Y'all don't like it? What is wrong with y'all? I don't like it, man. He's picking on a young kid. This is fucking fighting, bro. What the fuck are we doing here? Y'all serious, bro? Y'all should be like, yes, I want to see somebody get knocked the fuck out. Yes, not he's picking on him. Look, he's fighting this guy, and this guy came out the hospital, and this guy. What the fuck are we doing, bro? Go watch tennis. This shit is weird to me. Oh my goodness, bro. Only fans today be doing this shit, bro. The only time I say I don't want to see a fight is if I think the motherfucker ain't gonna engage and it's gonna be boring. If I think someone's gonna get knocked out, I'm all for it, bro. I want to see violence, bro. Not this whole like, Man, why is he picking on him for? Why? He's a young kid. Motherfucker, then don't put gloves on. Don't put gloves on and call yourself a professional fighter if you don't want somebody to get picked on, HOD. And the kid that you talking about getting picked on is the kid going around talking shit. Yo, y'all weird to me. Look, I get it. If you don't like somebody, that's fine. Keep the same energy, though. Keep that same energy. You got Tycho over here talking about he's cherry picking. All these guys were available. And I'm telling them, like, no, these guys weren't available. No, they're not available. They're not available. First off, you know Tank ain't going to fight any one of these guys. All right? And even if he was, he's getting a rematch August 16th. Shakur is fighting Cepeda. Murataya was in talks to fight Loma months ago, waiting to see what happens. He announces his retirement. Now he gets elevated. Kid Austin was offered, rejected. But you mad he picked De Los Santos? But if he would have picked anybody else, y'all would have said the same thing. Y'all would have said the same thing. Then you got Abdullah Mason calling him out, and now you mad because he's a young kid. The fuck out of here with that shit, bro. Man, ain't no age limit on this shit, bro. Ain't no age limit on it, bro. You're a professional fighter. This isn't 135, 18 and up. Oh, no, he 20 to 22. Can't fight him. He 27. Fuck out of here. I see 19-year-olds beating up on 30-something-year-olds. Come on, man. Y'all weird to me. Some of y'all, bro. Y'all supposed to be boxing fans. Come on now, bro. Let's pull it together. We should all want to see violence, and you know what I mean? Who? Months of negotiation, who? No, Murataya was supposed to fight Loma, Tycho. And whatchamacallit, Garcia was talking about it during the El Rayo fight. When El Rayo lost to Russell, he spoke about it then because they asked about Murataya. He said, we're waiting on Loma. I think Loma's going to be retiring. So they were talking about it then. I mean, I don't know. It seems like to me it didn't matter who he was going to fight. You just don't like it. I don't know what to tell you there, brother. I mean, you my guy. I got nothing but love for you, bro. But I don't understand some of y'all mindset, bro. You know what I mean? Even if I don't like a fighter, bro, I want to see good fights. If it's a fight that I don't want to see because like it's not gonna be good, that's something different. But Abdullah Mason is a young kid who knocks people out. Very, very, very exciting. Showed us that when he gets dropped, he gets up, he finishes his opponent. I like that in the kid. I like Kid Austin, right? Kid Austin can switch stances. A lot of these young guys, HOD, we were talking about it the other day, HOD. When you said Showbiz made a video in regards to how these kids are not imitating Floyd no more. Now these young kids are trying to bang it out and fight. I like that. A lot of these young kids are doing that. They're moving away from this flamboyant style of I want to get money and all this other stuff. I just want to, you know what I mean? I like that about these young kids, bro. And Keyshawn is one of them. He's not one of these. Y'all act like when Keyshawn's in the ring, he doesn't like engage or something like that. I mean, he's until he's not exciting no more. I mean, it is what it is. I think he's exciting. Look, if you don't think he's exciting, that's different. I like Keyshawn. HOD don't like it because I said Keyshawn is a threat to Tio, and I still think he is. I'm never going to hold my tongue on anything, bro. I got a favorite fighter for every division, bro. 130, I like Raymond Ford. 135, I like Keyshawn. 140, I'm Tio. 147, I like Boots. 154, I like Virgil Ortiz. That's just who I am. I have a fighter for every division. And notice every fighter that I'm naming, to me, is exciting. Is exciting. They got dog in them. Every one of those fighters got dog in them. Now, if you want to question Keyshawn's dog, then I guess we're going to find out this Saturday, right? I'm going to tell you like this. I think he knocks out De Los Santos. And you know what I think is going to happen when he knocks out De Los Santos? People are going to say he cherry-picked an injured guy like you're doing, Tycho, right? But yet, De Los Santos is the one up there in the press conference showing everybody his hospital picks, right? Why would you do something like that unless you basically setting up the failure type shit, bro? I don't need to know you was in the hospital. You signed the dotted line. You signed the dotted line. It is a fact, Tycho. I'm not debating that, brother. I'm not debating that. But what I'm telling you is, you know, and I know a lot of these fighters fight with injuries. A lot of them. Look at Shakur. I gave Shakur nothing but credit, bro. His last fight, he stopped the dude. He stopped the dude in like, yeah, he was an electrician, but he stopped him with hurt hands. Hurt hands. After he took a test showing that he got the strength of a 13-year-old. That, come on now. You know that's not true. Not like that. Tycho, I get it, brother. I get it. Tycho, you my guy. I don't want to go back and forth with you, Tycho. You my guy. I'm never gonna fucking. It's not that serious with me and you, bro. But look, man. I fuck with Keyshawn. I like Keyshawn. All right. As a fighter, you know what I mean. And the fighters that I like, bro, I'm gonna support openly. I do it with Tio. I do it with everybody else. I think Keyshawn is good. I think he can fight going forward. He can fight going backward. He's got good. He's a great counter puncher. He's got good stamina. He's got a good amateur background from the Olympics. All right. I think he's a good fighter. HOD don't like him because he got beef with Tio, and HOD don't like anybody that's not Tio. So that's HOD. You don't like him for whatever reason that may be. That's fine. A lot of people don't like Keyshawn. You want to know why a lot of people don't like Keyshawn? Because he run his mouth like Tio do. That's why. He run his mouth like Tio do. But he backs it up. And if he gets knocked out, brother, I'll be the first one to come on here and be like, yo, he got knocked out. I don't think he's getting knocked out. I think De Los Santos going right back to the hospital. That hospital he left, they better call him up ahead of time and tell him, yo, keep that bed warm. I'm going to be right back. I don't think it's going 12. But let me show you what happened, though, with Abdullah Mason. Let me show you right here. Hold on. I don't either. I don't either. I don't either. I criticize everybody I like, bro. Well, what is your definition of dick ride though? Why? Cause I'm going for him. Cause I'm going for him. So you saying I dick ride Tio? I probably went at Tio more than any other body that likes Tio. That's a fact. That's a fact. Any of these channels that pump Tio, they second, third, fourth guess to fucking criticize the kid, bro. I was just going at him yesterday for acting like a fucking immature kid. I go at everybody, bro. But I also support the fighters I like. I mean, dick riding is when you like, dick riding is if this motherfucker gets knocked out on Saturday and I come up here making a whole bunch of excuses. And you know I don't do that, Tycho. Prime example, when Chris Colbert got sent to the fucking shadow realm, I went live. Literally, he was still on his back. The man was still on his back. And I went live, bro. Talking about good. Don't do that with me, Tycho. Don't do that, bro. You know I don't do that shit, bro. Cause now you're gonna make me go at Keyshawn on purpose. I don't do that shit, bro. I think he's a good fighter. I'm gonna go for him. Until if he fought Tio, I'd go for Tio. Just like Tio and Boots. I like both of them, right? If I had to pick one, I'm gonna pick Tio. But if Boots fights somebody else, I'm going to go for Boots. That's just what it is. At 135, I don't know. I think Keyshawn is the best at 135. I think he's the best at 135. I don't even like mentioning Tank because I don't think Tank will fight any one of these. Tank got like 3 fights left, bro. He ain't going to fight none of these guys. He's going to fight Lamont. Then he's going to fight Jake Paul. Yeah, he's going to fight Jake Paul. So, I mean, there's no point in even talking about him. I know we family, bro. I know. It's just, I don't know. Fucking, I blame HOD for this shit, bro. I blame HOD for this shit. I kind of do in a way. Because HOD be saying some shit on purpose to get me mad. Let me show you this clip real quick. Hold on. I know, right? I had to blame somebody. Nah, man. You know why? Because every time I look, I know. Hey, one thing I'll tell you this about HOD before I show you the clip. HOD, I've always respected him because if he don't agree with you, he gonna tell you he don't agree with you. But the reason why I be getting on HOD is HOD the type of motherfucker, bro. I'll sit there and watch. Look, this is HOD. I'll watch a whole movie for 2 hours. I literally just got done watching the whole movie, right? I do a live and I'm like, yo, let me tell you what happened in this movie. And HOD will come in here and go, let me tell you what's really going on because you don't know what's going on. Motherfucker, I just watched the movie. Yeah, but you don't know what's going on. I know people on the inside that made the movie. I talk to him all the time. That's HOD. Even when you know something, he know more than you. He know the guy that wrote it. He know the guy that did it. He was there when he wrote it. He was there when he did the plot. And I'm like, HOD, stop the bullshit, bro. Stop. I just saw the fucking movie, man. That's HOD. But anyway, let me show you what happened with Abdullah Mason. Hey, what's going on, OG? Hey, look, I just like the energy. That's all I'm saying. Because the one thing we can all agree on is this, bro. Look, one thing we can all agree on is this. I don't like all these what they call it. People saying that's my brother. I ain't never gonna fight him. That's my brother. That's my friend. And y'all all in the same division, knowing us as boxing fans are gonna be like, wait a second. If you rank number 2 and he ranked number 1, who would win? And y'all gonna sit there and go, but we ain't gonna fight because I'm cool with him. Nobody really wants to hear that shit, bro. Not when you guys are getting paid a lot of money. You know what I mean? So I like this shit. Like I said, last year, Abdullah Mason, they tried to drag him into this whole, like, we all cool and shit last year. And Richardson Hitchens was doing it. And then that's when Richardson Hitchens, he fell out with Shakur. And now everything is starting to. But like I said, I knew something here. Let me just show it to you because I keep getting distracted. I knew something was going to happen because, like I said, all week long, Abdullah Mason been going on these other interviews. And shout out to the people that did the interviews too, because they were the ones that planted the seed. Because in the interviews, they're like, yo, you're ranked number 2. What about Keyshawn? And he spoke up. He's like, yo, ain't no friends in this shit. And that led into what happened today. All right, here it is right here.
Oh, so I'm just working my hair.
Is this man that's
Hold on, let me move this out the way. Hey, can y'all hear that? Hey, Tycho, can you hear it?
So I'm just working my way up,
Just tell me if you can hear that, and then I'll play it from the beginning. Did you hear that? Yes? Okay, here we go.
So I'm just working my way up. I'm getting honest. I worked my way up to number 2. We got somebody else ahead of me. I'm right there.
is this man that's licking his chops while he stares at you one of those guys?
Absolutely.
So what you want to do?
I'm working my way up. I'm right here.
So after you beat him, what you want to do?
We could do whatever. You know, I'm pretty sure my team could put anything together.
Are you going to put it together, sir? You the man in there.
I don't want to talk to you right now,
I bet you don't.
but I let my hands do the talking. So
So let's
anything
do it
you want
next.
to do?
Let's do it next.
Okay, I'm pretty sure my team accommodates.
No. Let me and you, let's make it happen right now in front of everybody. After I knock De Los Santos out, after you knock this opponent out, me and you, let's fight next. Let's do it.
That's what I'm here for.
You here to fight me next?
He said that's
I'm
what
here
I
for.
came for.
That's a bet.
See, hey, bro, Keyshawn about that smoke, bro. Y'all keep fucking with Keyshawn, bro. Y'all keep fucking. I'm telling y'all keep fucking with this kid, bro. Yo, I'm telling you, on a drop of a dime, I got him fighting all these motherfuckers, bro. Until he proved me otherwise, bro. If you mention his name, he's gonna fight you, bro.
Okay, so maybe not the Carl. Are you still Carl?
Hey, Bob Arum. Bob,
Carl,
you ready?
Bob.
Bob, you ready? Bob Arum, the man with the player right there. The man with the players right there. Bob smiling, he like it.
Can somebody get him?
You
a
gonna
mic?
get him hurt, Bob. You gonna get him hurt.
We're matchmaking up here, so add that to my credentials, okay?
Hey, Pops, where you at, Pops? You walking him into something crazy now.
I thought he was maybe going to go the WBC route, and it would be for a unification.
You
not
walking
for
into
a
something
one-up,
crazy,
but-
Pops. You know it.
Anything else that you'd like to say, Abdullah?
I'm coming to do my thing and steal the show, like I always be doing.
You typically do. I would agree with that.
That
Thank you.
was a little shot.
I mean,
That was a little shot
he did have a hell of a fight last time he was here.
against
too,
opponents. I'm far from that.
So you remember when Keyshawn won his belt in his last fight, right? What's the first thing he did when he went backstage? First thing he did when he got backstage was tell Tank, yo, let's start the negotiations right away. And when he heard no answer from Tank, he went towards Tio, and Tio a division up. I'm just saying, I know a lot of y'all don't like Keyshawn, right? And y'all got it in your head that all he do is pick on smaller fighters or drag them down or small or whatever. Y'all, I mean, I don't see that. I don't see that in this kid. I don't see that. I see a kid that if you say what's up, he's gonna be like, what's up then? That's what I see until I see otherwise, bro. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I mean, hey, listen, if De Los Santos beat him, it's fair game, but I don't think De Los Santos is gonna beat him. And I hope now I hope De Los Santos lose even more, because we need someone like Abdullah Mason to be like, what's up? Yo, Abdullah Mason is a young kid, but let's not get it twisted, bro. Your age goes so far. One punch changes everything, bro. And Abdullah Mason is a powerful puncher. You need someone like that to beat Keyshawn, bro. He's got that one punch, change everything energy, bro. So, yeah, but okay, Murataya, I would like to see that. That's a fight I want to see. Murataya, well, now he got a belt. Let's look at the rankings. Right? Because let's not forget, bro, Murataya was going to fight Loma. When did Loma announce his retirement? Today? Was it today? Loma announced his retirement today. Of course he's a manufactured champion, HOD. Everybody's a manufactured champion. That's not named Teofimo Lopez around those weight classes, right? How does HOD feel about Devin? How does HOD feel about Tank? How does HOD feel about Shakur? Or how does he feel about you know what's so crazy? Everybody that's around Tio is manufactured according to HOD. Right? Anybody that's a threat to Tio, huh? Look, man, I don't give a fuck. I'm here to see fights, bro. I'm here to see fights. I like Tio. I rock with Tio. I always go for Tio. If Tio fought Keyshawn in the near future, I'll go for Tio. But I'm going to be brutally honest to how I feel, bro. The last time you went against me on a bet, HOD, with Keyshawn, remember? Remember the last time you made a bet with me that Keyshawn was going to get knocked out? He flatlined that boy under 2 rounds. Remember that. Remember that. The last time you was doing this to me in regards to Keyshawn, saying this was going to happen to him, and I said, bet. Bet, HLD, bet. Well, and what happened? What happened? Bro couldn't go 3 rounds with Keyshawn. So, and you the one that said he was going to lose, not me. You said that. Hey, Keyshawn a problem, bro, until I'm shown otherwise, bro. Until I'm shown otherwise. Hey, look. One thing I'm not going to do is this. One thing y'all never going to see me do. I'm going to tell you this right here. One thing you never going to see me do is go, I like T.O., therefore nobody beats him. Therefore nobody gives him any problems. Therefore, I'm never going to do that. So you at the wrong channel if you think you're going to come here and just get Teofimo Lopez beats everybody. I'm not one of them channels, bro. You got me fucked up. Everybody's human. Everybody could get clipped. Everybody could get knocked out, bro. I want to see good fights. Just when I knew when T.O. wanted to fight Crawford, in the back of my mind, I'm like, that's a dangerous fight. Crawford might knock him out. But the fan in me is like, hell yeah, I want to see that. But you ain't never going to see me come up here and be like, oh, this guy's unbeatable. Keyshawn not unbeatable. I like the way Keyshawn fight. I think he's a problem. Why? I like fighters that can fight going backwards as well as forwards. If you look at all the fighters that I say that I like stylistically, all of them can fight somewhat going backwards, except for the exception of Virgil Ortiz. For the exception of Virgil Ortiz. All the fighters that I usually gravitate to, they usually have a mixture of good boxing IQ, good ring generalship. They can box and they're kind of and they got some pop. And they got some pop. Chris Colbert was a rarity before y'all even go there. I told you, I met the kid, okay? That's different. I met the kid. I was like, okay, I always went for him. But when he lost, no excuses. He got knocked out. I went live. The kid was still on his back. And then y'all didn't like that either. I don't get this community. I told y'all, right, that when Chris Colbert got knocked, yo, you know what's so crazy? Everyone was waiting for him to get knocked out because they wanted to see my reaction, right? Because they thought I was gonna do what some of these guys do. A fighter that I go for loses, I go blank. I'm not on YouTube no more. Or they thought I was gonna get up here and make excuses, right? This shit is crazy. Chris Colbert gets knocked out. I go live. I'm looking at the TV. I hit live. I see like 65 people up there, which is big for this channel. And I'm like, okay. As soon as I go live and I'm like, yo, Chris got what he deserved. Everybody bounced. Everybody bounced. Nobody wanted to hear nothing. So when a motherfucker keep 100, they don't want to see that. They want me to come up here and start making excuses and shit. Fuck that. I ain't doing that, bro. I ain't doing that. I don't think T.O. is unbeatable. I don't think none of these guys is unbeatable, bro. I know I probably will be, bro. I still got people now to this day, that be fucking bringing up Chris. And I'm like, bro, like, what? He got knocked out. Like, I didn't get knocked out. Chris got knocked out. And I said he was going to get knocked out. That rematch, I said, bro, he shouldn't have took that. He should be fighting at 135 anyway. And not only that, but looking back at it, yo, looking back at it, it is embarrassing. Chris Colbert was overhyped. I'm guilty of overhyping him. I'm guilty of that. But when somebody is honest with you, y'all don't want to hear that. Y'all want me to come up here and go, no, Chris, they cheated Chris. Like, that's what you guys like. It's like you, anytime I see somebody be real in this community, y'all hate that person or y'all don't gravitate to them and shit. It's weird. It's like, y'all complain about channels that be doing all the dick riding, right? But yet when somebody tries to keep it as objectively as they can, y'all don't like that either. It's like you damned if you do, you damned if you don't. Who wasn't overhyped? HLD is always going to HLD in respect to T.O., I'm telling you, he's the worst you're ever gonna see. HOD's my guy. That's my guy. But when it comes to T.O., bro, the worst thing he's ever gonna say is T.O. shouldn't have said that or something like that. That's the worst thing he's ever gonna do. He's not gonna point out flaws or anything like that. He's just not. I'm the opposite. When T.O. fought Claggett, and that was the first fight where he went backwards, right? I would say backwards for the most of the fight, right? Claggett was a pressure fighter, like sort of like a Rocky Balboa type of style, right? T.O. threw an all-time high, right? Yeah, he threw an all-time high, but I still there were things that I saw that I was like, I think he needs to work on that. But HOD didn't see that. So, we all know that. All right, you know what? I got a couple minutes, HOD. If you want to come up here, I know you want to say some shit about Keyshawn. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead. Just remember the last time you tried to tell me Keyshawn was going to lose, bro. The last time you said that, the dude couldn't even go past 2 rounds with him. Hey, first off, let me tell you this. I don't understand this. Hold on a second. Those of you that like T.O., right? I like T.O., right? You got to admit, T.O. do some cornball shit. At least I think he does, right? If you like somebody like T.O., how you don't like Keyshawn? Keyshawn is just as outspoken, says corny shit, does corny shit, calls himself the businessman. I think it's exciting. But I do like Abdullah Mason. And I will say this too. Abdullah Mason is a young kid, but you got to understand, bro, when he got dropped, he showed me a lot. Like, what do y'all think? Y'all think that like they're not rushing Abdullah Mason? Y'all got to make up your mind, because I be seeing a lot of people like, oh, when is Abdullah Mason going to fight for a title? They keep babying this kid. And then when it comes to like somebody like Keyshawn or somebody, now y'all saying, oh, nah, he just a young kid. Like, you can't have it both ways, bro. He's ranked number 2. I don't know. That shit got me hyped, bro. Like, I want to see these two fight. I don't care. Especially with all this, like, one day we got T.O. and Boots, one day we got T.O. and Devin. I don't like a lot of the whole back and forth shit, bro. I think these two will really fight each other.
So I'm just working my way up. I'm getting honest. I worked my way up to number 2. We got somebody else ahead of me. I'm right there.
Is this man that's licking his chops while he stares at you one of those guys?
Absolutely.
So what you want to do?
I'm working my way up. I'm right here.
So after you beat him, what you want to do?
We could do whatever. I'm pretty sure my team could put anything together.
Are you going to put it together, sir? You the man in there.
I don't want to talk to you right now.
I bet you don't.
But I let my hands do the talking. So
let's do it next. Let's do it next.
Okay, I'm pretty sure my team accommodates.
No. Me and you, let's make it happen right now in front of everybody. After I knock De Los Santos out, after you knock this opponent out, me and you, let's fight next. Let's do it.
That's what I'm here for.
You here to fight me next?
He said that's what I came for.
That's a bet.
Okay, so maybe not the Carl. Are you still Carl?
Hey, Bob Arum.
Carl,
you ready?
Bob,
you ready? Bob Arum, the man with the player right there. The man with the player is right there. Bob smiling, he like it.
Can somebody get him
You
a
go
mic?
get him hurt, Bob. You go get him hurt.
We're matchmaking up here, so add that to my credentials, okay?
Hey, Pops, where you at, Pops? You walking him into something crazy now.
I thought he was maybe going to go the WBC route, and it would be for a unification.
You walking into something crazy, Pops. You know it.
Anything else that you'd like to say, Abdullah?
I'm coming to do my thing and steal the show, like I always be doing.
You typically do. I would agree with that.
That was a little shot.
I mean,
that was a little shot.
He did have a hell of a fight last time he was here.
Against opponents. I'm far from that.
somebody has said, I was looking at the X comments, right? And I don't know how true this is because I don't follow their camps like that. But somebody said that when Keyshawn said to the pops, yo, you running them into something, right? Somebody mentioned sparring. So I don't know if they've sparred before, but like I said, bro, I think Keyshawn is all about that smoke. And I know a lot of y'all don't like him. That's fine. A lot of y'all don't like T.O. Man, I'm damned if I do. I'm damned if I don't. I say I like T.O. People come at me. I say I like Keyshawn. People come at me. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. Create a new link. My bad, HLD. My bad. What happened? What happened? Yeah, but he tried that HOD. Yeah, he did. Hold on, but he got up though. He got up. Yo, look, he got dropped twice in one round. And I like the way he responded. Like, look, the way Virgil Ortiz responds, I like that. The way Tito Trinidad responds, or when anybody else would get dropped and gets back up, and it's like, yo, fuck it. I'm like, I like that. I gravitate to that. Like Virgil Ortiz, he's got so much dog in him that's like, it's like a weakness to me, because it's like he negates, he wants to fight so much. You know who was like that? Eric Morales. He was like that too. You drop him, you hurt him, his first reaction is to get it back. Manny Pacquiao. Every time Manny Pacquiao gets clipped, remember the Keith Thurman fight? Every time he got clipped, he would like make this, he would like, he'd hit himself in the trunks and get mad and start coming forward. Like, I like that, bro. You know what I mean? It's like, if you hurt me, bro, I'm here to fight, man. I like the fact that Abdullah Mason is talking like that, bro. But I knew some shit was gonna happen because I saw 2 other interviews earlier, like last week. And the people that was into, yo, is it working, HLD? Let me know. If I need to drop another one, I will. When they were talking to him, the people were because look, if you look at the rankings, right, he's right there. He's right there. Abdullah Mason is right there already. Let me show you. It's not working. Hold on, brother. Hold on 1 second. Nah. I would never ban HOD. He knows that. Let me see what's going on here. Okay, try it again. If not, I'm gonna back out and come back in. I don't know if that'll. Why is my link not working, bro? That's crazy. My link should be working, bro. Like, there's no. Why is my link not working? Somebody click on that, bro. Nah, bro. I don't like hearing that, bro. No. I dropped the link so people could come in here and talk to me or talk shit to me, something. Don't tell me it's not working. What the fuck? Hold on, bro. All right, I'm not going to end the stream. I'm going to back out and come right back in. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Come on, man. What? If it's not one thing, it's another, bro. Like, why is my link not working, bro? That's why I don't like StreamYard, man. Y'all charge me so much anyway to begin with. And then your link's not working. What the fuck, man? Somebody try that. Let me see something. Link not working. What? Hold on. Is it working now? Says you're backstage, but it's blank. Hold on. Oh, let me try this. Hold on. Okay. Try that, HOD. Try that one. Yeah. I was just talking about it as soon as I started my stream. Because Mutataya was in talks to fight Loma. And I remember Garcia was saying that they were waiting to see what he was gonna do, and then, which is why, like, I don't understand who people thought, like, who was Keyshawn supposed to fight? You know what I mean? Because you got 10. Is it working? Is the link working now? Let me see. Come on, bro. Like, I'm backstage, but it's the set. How are you backstage, bro? Wait a second. This has got to be a setting that. Hold on. HOD, you sure you're not blocked? I would never block you, bro. Hey, somebody else click that real quick. Hold on, let me see something. Nah, I would never block you, but that's the only way you're not being able to click that link, bro. It's not working. All right, look, I'm gonna end this shit and I'm gonna start it up right. I'm gonna end it and I'm gonna come right back in like 30 seconds.